Hello, my lovelies. Welcome. My name is Kim. I am known on YouTube and on Instagram as the Snitch Stitcher, and this is my channel about cross stitch. If you are new, welcome. Welcome to the crazy. I talk about cross stitch primarily. There's maybe a slight bit of life stuff, usually very little. I talk about retreats and events that I go to that are stitch related, and this time I will have a little bit of yarn related because I'm working on a crochet project and I've gotten some items for an additional crochet project. So it's very little, but anyway, for those of you that are returning, welcome back. You know what to expect. There could be cussing, there will definitely be sarcasm, and I will probably stumble over my words because that's just standard operating procedure. So we're good. With that being said, if you like what you see here and you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hit those buttons down below. It gives me a little happy boost, and everybody needs that in the world. And other than that, let's just get started. I don't have a whole lot for today. We'll see if it maybe will be a little shorter. We know that probably won't, because I started talking. Anyway, I digress. So I will talk about this weekend. On Friday and Saturday was the LINDY Stitches. She does virtual events. It started out as just the Jingle Ball, and then she did like a Midsummer Stitch, and then Jingle Ball, and then this year she's added multiple events throughout the year. This time was for Friday and Saturday only. Normally they're 3 days, so that was a little different. I didn't read the instructions, so I didn't realize it wasn't going on Sunday. I did not attend on Friday because I was peopled out. It had been a very busy week, and I just did not have the juice to get on with a bunch of people talking. So, but it was all good. I went on Saturday. It was not as busy as the Jingle Ball and Midsummer Stitch have been in the past. I don't know if maybe there was some confusion. I did talk with different people, and some people thought that it was actually the Nash Stash was supposed to be for Stacy Nash starts, or that type of thing. Other people thought you could only attend if you had Nashville Needlework Market news releases a start from that. So that wasn't the case. It was just come and stitch, and it could have been just timing. Kids are out on spring break, different things going on, who knows. It was a lot quieter and less chaotic than normal, which was kind of nice too, because we could go into chat rooms and you could actually carry on a conversation. Sometimes when you get so many people in there, it does get a little bit more difficult. People are talking over each other. There's people that don't turn off their mic when they've got dogs barking and people talking in the other room and doing all the stuff. But it's fine. It was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with a few of my local girls that I see on a pretty regular basis. Also got to kind of catch up with some people that I've met at past events, and of course that I've talked to online, and then I've got to meet some new people too and found some new people to follow. So I'm really excited to see what all they have, and got to meet a couple of people that I have been following for a little bit. So that was pretty cool too. I did have a couple of new starts, and I'll show those here in a minute, but I'll kind of just show you right now what I've been working on. I do want to say, so the Nash Stash was this weekend. It was March 28th and 29th. Spring Mingle is coming up in May, and it is a 3-day event. They will have exclusive patterns and all kinds of other stuff. A little bit more like the Jingle Ball, but not quite so big. And that's May 2nd through 4th. And then Midsummer Stitch is July 19th through 20th, so a 2-day event. Harvest Moon Hangout is a 3-day event with exclusive patterns. It's September 19th through 21st. And, of course, the Jingle Ball, which is December 5th through 7th. So if you get a chance to do it, it's $10. $10 to go and hang out on Zoom. You can be in your pajamas. You can be comfortable. You can be having your cocktails. You don't have to leave the comfort of your own couch. So to me, $10 is definitely well worth it. So, okay, so let's hop on it. Let's see if I can actually keep these in order, because I have them written down on my sheet, but I don't usually pull them in that order because, that would make sense. Let's see if I actually did it this time. So I have been working on a few different things, and of course this is a Tanya bag. I do have a couple that are in very generic bags. Do not shoot me. Tanya will probably hunt me down. I know that I'll probably be getting a couple of bags from her this coming weekend, so I need it for some of these projects. I'm starting too many things, so I don't have enough bags. Tanya, help. Okay, anyway. So this one is one that I started for Ash Wednesday. It's kind of my religious piece, and it is called Sacred, and it's by Teresa Kogut. I don't have a whole lot done. I mean, I have gotten some. Let me use my handy dandy boards that I got from Tammy, because otherwise she'll fuss at me. So this is what I've got done so far. So this is as far across as it goes. I am starting down this side. I'm kind of liking doing the triangles before I do the other border. So that way if I miscount, it's all correct. What's really nice about this is it's all DMC. And it's really, I mean, it's not normally the colors that I go for. It's these oranges, these moody fall colors. But they are so pretty. And like I said, it's all DMC except for 2 Weeks Dye Works. And I'm really loving this palette. I fell in love with this pattern. I don't know, it just spoke to me, and I said, I need to do it. So guess what? I'm doing it. I don't have a fancy needle minder on this one. I just hadn't found one that really suits it, and I just pulled my needle off of here. So oh, there, I found it before I end up stabbing myself with it. But I'm enjoying stitching on it. That is when I pay attention and count. And I have started doing, so I do these little project cards. And I put what project I am. I put my start date. It's called for DMC. And it's just a generic 32 count fabric. I haven't put that on here. But I started putting the amount of days. And I put a couple of little hash marks on there of how many days I work on it. And I've only worked 2 days on this. So that's decent coverage, I think, in progress. And the reason I do that is I take my stitching with me to work. And I usually work on my lunch period because it gives me a little break from working on the computer, that kind of thing. And so that I can just kind of clear my brain. And there was for the love of the game, it's clear the mechanism. Yeah, it's a baseball thing. Anyway, but I have projects that I've had that I started a long time ago. And so some of my people at work were like, well, how long have you been working on that? I'm like, well, I started this in, like 3 years ago. And they're looking at me like, that's all the progress you've gotten done in 3 years? And it's like, no. I started it 3 years ago, but I don't work on it all the time. So I started putting hash marks just to make it a little bit easier so I can have a better idea. Now, anything that was before 2024, my record keeping was crap. I was just not keeping up with it. 2024, I really started to try to do a good job. So it's getting better. So this is another Tanya bag. This is an Alice in Wonderland project, of course. This is the Alice tree. This was part of my whip go for the month. My girl Christina, she called this out for me. And okay, so I'm trying to get all this stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff here on this little table. And trying to use my boards so Tammy doesn't fuss at me. So here we go. This is by Tiny Modernist. This is the Alice in Wonderland tree. So I'm trying when I do my whip go to do at least 300 stitches on the month for that project. This one I ended up putting in, I had the leaf in here. And I think I had to put a leaf over here. I had to do some of the other stitches. These little black stitches that are right here. It's actually $37.99. But I had to rip this out like once and then put it back in because I miscounted somewhere and it was off and it was looking really wonky. This heart is still off by half a stitch. I don't care. Anybody that looks that close, I'm going to thump them on the nose anyway. They shouldn't be looking that close, but it is looking really good. I am enjoying it. I'm not going to be doing any of the back stitching until the end. I mean, that's why my flamingo doesn't have legs. There is no, hands on the clock, that kind of thing. But I am really enjoying stitching it. I need to try to make it a little bit more of a focus. I'm not about a finish. I'm about the process. So, I mean, yeah, I'd like to see it finished. Then I could pass it off to Tammy to do something to make it look pretty. But I'm not worried about it. It's no big deal for me. So my next one is Love Who You Are. And this was on my whip go board. My name was on there. So this is the project that I picked, and it was a start. And I've been working on it. Of course, another Tanya bag. You guys have been seeing a lot of these because I've been working on some of this stuff. Plus, like I said, I just did a FlossTube last week. So, this is a repeat of some of this stuff. I haven't gotten too much further on this one, and I apologize. It's wrinkled. It's been staying in my bag. It's been my purse project. So here we are. This is Love Who You Are. I fell in love with this project as soon as I saw it. And it is mostly overdyes. I am doing all the called for colors for the pattern. It is Love Who You Are by Heart and Hand. Let me grab these flosses out of here. They're a hot mess. But I'm going for this dark and moody. I don't know what the deal is. This is so totally not normally my style. Normally I like the brighter colors like you saw with the Alice tree. But I love this pattern, and I want to get some more work in on it. I did meet my 300 count goal because, I mean, that's as far as I got on it, and I think that's probably about, I think it's about 500-600 stitches. So, and it'll probably go with me to work tomorrow. It's something that I can easily work on at work. So we shall see. And then for the 25th, I usually work on something Christmas related. Another Tanya bag, and of course this has got the gold is the shiny. It's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. And this one is a project I started a couple of years ago I wanted to make Christmas ornaments because I don't have any stitched Christmas ornaments. I never have. I don't know why. But I decided I wanted to do this. This is a different I've used an advent calendar on the other one. I'll pull it out sometime and show it to you once I get some more work into it. And this one is in Christmas houses. And I worked on this one evening. It was on the 25th. So I am starting on the second house here. So I'll be turning these into ornaments. I didn't get too far because I had to do some frogging because I wasn't paying attention. I was busy talking. This was on a Thursday night, I believe. And when we have our Thursday night Stitch and Bitch, I am usually running my mouth more than anything. So counting is, secondary, of course. And this is actually by UlyssesBlueStitching, and the fabric is Friga by Under the Sea Fabrics. I do a lot of Under the Sea fabrics and a lot of Mystic fabrics. They're two of my favorite dyers, and that's just who I end up stitching on. Plus, I was Fabric of the Month with both of them, and so I have a lot of fabric. Plus, I acquire a lot over time because I love to buy fabric. I love to buy supplies. It's so much fun. Okay, so this is, and I love this bag. This is not a Tanya bag. This is actually an Evertotes bag that I saw and I fell in love. Of course, it's Alice in Wonderland. It's got this really cute charm on it. It's padded. It's wonderful. It is a flexi bag, which I kind of like because my stuff gets beat up. And it's thick and it's lined and it's really pretty. So this is a pattern. This is one of my New Year's Eve starts. And this is Alice with Cheshire Cat from Needle Lot Designs. Here's a picture, not the best picture, but a picture of what it looks like. And the fabric that I'm doing this on is Wisteria. It's a 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. And I have I didn't get a whole lot done. I worked on this one this last Thursday. I think I switched over from one to the other. I don't remember. And then, so I'm working on her face. She kind of looks like an upside down bottle right now. So if you flip her that way. Anyway, and this fabric is not showing up as purple as it actually is. It's a much brighter purple. It's showing up a little bit more blue-gray, but I'm wanting to get some more work in on this. The shading on this girl, whew, she's got some good shading. And I just have to pay attention. So I have to not be talking a lot when I do that because I can get out of whack on her. So she is super pretty, and I love that fabric. I wish you could see the color better. It's turning out more blue, but it's beautiful. And I'm actually going to be starting a new project on the remains of that fabric. I'm going to be starting at Stitching Texas, which is next weekend. So you guys have seen this bag multiple times. This is my Alice bag. It's another one from Tanya, and it's got a flamingo scissor pull, or not scissor pull. Zipper pull, y'all. Okay, so this is Carolyn Manning's Flamboyance of Flamingos. It is so pretty, so stinking pretty. And I actually got a decent amount done the other day. This one I can pretty much only work with at home because it's 1/1 on 28 count and I need good light. So the colors are definitely not popping on this the way they should, but I've gotten a lot of this area done. I'm trying to fill in. I'm trying to figure out how I need to go, what path I need to take. So I just kind of get on a color and see how far I can take it, and then I'll switch colors. But it is looking really great. I do have all these flosses. I think I probably pulled more floss than I really need for it, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I am using cards for this, just playing cards, punched holes. I just kind of drew like the symbol for them, and then I have the numbers on just a sticker. Let me get this little guy out of here for all the different ones, and it makes it nice so I don't have to go back to the pattern to see what I need to do. I can just pull by the symbol. I use Pattern Keeper primarily for this. I am kind of doing it dual with Markup RX, because I don't always want to take my Android tablet. I'm an Apple girl. And so I always have my phone with me, and a lot of times I'll take my iPad with me. So it makes it a little bit easier to do it than to have take extra cords and an extra, device just for Pattern Keeper, when a lot of my stuff I can do on Markup RX. I'm still learning Markup RX, but there's pros and cons. I like Pattern Keeper. I like the way it does. I like the fact that it's a one-time fee. Markup RX, it is available on Apple, and the problem with that is I think it's a yearly fee. So give and take, and it's getting used to it. I like both of them. They're really great. It's definitely a lot better on marking some of these patterns like this that you need to be pretty precise with it. I don't really care so much about how many stitches I got in for the day. I am able to see that when I mark those, but it's not as big of a deal. I mean, I don't track that, so I don't care. Sorry, I'm thirsty. So now I'm getting to my 2 new starts from the Start-a-thon. Okay, so yes, I'm using ugly bags. These are the ones I had. I have some bigger bags that I could use, but I think they're really too big for both of these projects. So, yeah. Anyway, so I did have my starts, and I was so tickled because I had a fabric that was pretty darn close to what I needed it to be for So Vintage from Textilly Crafts. Let me get this little smaller guy over here. This is like a mustardy yellow. It's a heart hanger. It's a 22 count heart hanger. And so here, let me pull up. It's So Vintage from Textilly Crafts. And as soon as I saw this pattern, I fell in love with it. I didn't even realize that Laura had created it. But I mean, did I not do good on the fabric? I thought that was pretty awesome. I am not using the called for colors on this. I didn't have them. I didn't want to go and buy more. I have a ton of flosses. So I pulled some correct. Well, actually, I think one of them is correct, although it's listed under Crescent instead of Classic. It's the Yeo Gold. But I got some stuff that was pretty close, and I'm good with that. And this is one of my new needle minders that I showed you guys last week. I speak my mind because it hurts to bite my tongue. I thought that was appropriate. But Laura just outdid herself with this pattern. It is gorgeous. I am doing it over one, so it's probably going to be an at-home project or something with really good light, because actually I think is it 25 count? Or no, it's the 22 count. So 22 count over one is a little small from eyeballs, just a little bit, but that's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So my other one is from Susan at Sweet Wing Studios. Oh my gosh, she's like the sweetest lady ever. I was so tickled to get to meet her when I went to market. I've done a model stitch before her, and I've been buying her stuff before I ever really knew who she was, that kind of thing. I am not using the called for colors because, once again, I did not have them. And so I just pulled what I had. This is a 28 count mystery linen. It's kind of like a tan with a pink undertone. And the pattern is In Its Time. It is beautiful, and I got pretty close on my colors. Now the only change is going to be around the border. I actually have it's called Abyss from Color and Cotton, but these are the colors that I'm using. It's fairly close to what she was using, just like this one I said is just a little bit darker, but that's fine. I really enjoyed it. This is what I got done last night on the Nash Stash in a room. And I probably would have gotten further if I had been paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, and it turned out to beautiful instead of beautiful. And then it was almost everything instead of everything. So I did have to do a little frogging and catch myself, but I love it. And I love the sentiment. And it's super wonderful, just like Susan. So, okay. So that's all that I've been working on. See, that's not too terribly bad. We're only 20 minutes in. Are y'all proud of me or what? So, I do have another project that I'm working on. And it is actually for one of the ladies that I work with. She's pregnant. She's due in May. And they just had our work baby shower for her. And so I wanted to do something for her. I have not pulled out my crochet needle in quite some time. So I am doing, okay, and her colors are kind of gray and a really soft green. So I've got this, it's baby soft yarn. I don't even know what color it is. It's just gray print. So it's this really pretty gray. Let me see if I can get this pulled out of here without pulling anything out of whack. It's just a super simple pattern. I don't even know what it's called. It just has the little holes in it. I'm debating. I do have a really pretty green, soft sagey green that I may weave through there, like do a couple of strands or maybe do a single crochet and weave through the holes and make a little fringe on the ends. I'm not quite sure. I like doing larger baby blankets because that way the kid can kind of grow up with them. One that I did for my nephew, he's like 30 plus and he still has the blanket. So I made it nice and big so he could use it for a while, and he definitely does. So I don't know what bag this is. It was one that I've had for quite some time, and I've used it primarily for my crochet stuff because it works. I've got like 2 other skeins in there. Since they're small, they're the baby skeins, and so it works perfect. So I can grab it and take it and go. I don't want to take this one to work on at work because I don't want Julie to see it. Although we only really work in the office one day with her works from home schedule in mind. So besides that, also yarn related. So for my birthday, a couple of my coworkers, and they didn't realize that I crocheted. They knew that I did the cross stitch and other things like that, but it was so sweet that they thought of me and they know me well enough. They got me these woobles, and I've thought about getting the woobles, but I just hadn't. But these were so freaking cute. I love the raccoon. I love the panda. And I don't know if y'all have ever had these before. I don't know what they run. One of my girls said that they're kind of pricey, and I'm like, I have no idea. I've just never thought about it. But it's not like regular yarn. It's kind of like it's almost like a t-shirt yarn. It's thicker and it's super soft. But the nice thing about this, okay, they give you a stitch marker, but they already start your magic ring for you. Because I know for some people that's hard. It's not for me. This is a beginner kit. But they even show you where you need to go in next, which I thought was really awesome. But it has everything you need. Sorry for the crinkles. Because I just thought it was awesome. So it comes with the yarn. It's got step-by-step videos that you can log on to, online instruction. Try to get the crinkle. Pre-started piece, 4mm crochet hook, stuffing. You have all the stuffing right here for it. And then this little thing has got the eyes, the plastic eyes, the yarn needle. And then, here's your floss, and it has the stitch markers, and it tells you with the instructions, it tells you where to go. I thought that was really cool because for some people it is, I've been crocheting for quite some time, and, I've learned by way of like the American Standard method and other methods. And so a half crochet versus somebody else's half crochet is not the same. So having a video is really awesome. So I'm excited to get started on these. I need to work on the other one first so that I don't miss my deadline on that, because she'll be going out probably in a few weeks for maternity leave. So I'm thinking I have maybe about 3 weeks. And if I work on a little bit every evening, I should be good. In theory, I should be good. So other than that, I do have a little bit of haul, and I forgot to mention this the other day when I did my Annie's recap. One of my girls, Julie, who lives over in Shreveport, and she even made a comment. I cracked up because I had made the comment that for the little fabric little box bottom bag things that I made for them that I ironed. She's like, you ironed for me? That's a test of true friendship. Yes, it is, because I hate to iron. But Julie knows me. She got me this wonderful Alice in Wonderland bag, and it is so cute. So hey, I need to put one of my projects in here. But she hooked me up, and she got me scissors. She got me a tape measure. It's a little needle case, magnetic needle case, and of course she knows me. She's got my flamingos. She also made me a really cute card I'll show you here in a minute. And she also got me these awesome, super, super awesome flamingo beads. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with them. I'll probably hand them over to Tammy and get her to do something for me. But I thought those were wonderful. And let's see. Here it is. She also, because she knows that your girl loves her sticky notes. So it's like a whole thing of sticky notes. Yes, I've already used some of these in my planner because they're amazing. And she does like card stuff. So she made me this really super cute little card with all the little goodies, and it had just a little note in there, which you don't need to know because it was just really sweet. And I love it's so nice to have friends that are crafty, and even friends that are not necessarily crafty, but they, you know, go and want to make something for you. They go out of their way, they take their time to do something like that. That means so much to me. That, you know, number one, that they're even just thinking of me. That is like the sweetest thing ever. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have friends like that. And I don't care if you are an expert or not an expert, you're a beginner, whatever. The fact that you go and try to make something, I never want to hear out of your mouth saying, oh, it's just something little that I did. No, it's not. It's something big. You did that with your heart. You did that with your skills. Or even if you don't have skills, you went out of your way to try to figure out how to do this for someone. That's big. That is big. And own it. Own it and know that the person that's getting it loves it. And if they don't, you need better friends. That's all I got to say. You need better friends than that. If they don't treat it like a treasure, then they're not your tribe. Anyway, okay. So let me get off of that. So we do have, okay, y'all will be proud of me. Y'all have heard me talk about Tammy's start, her birthday start. For her, it's going to be a restart. For me, it's a start. And it is Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. So we are going to be starting this on April 1st for Tammy's birthday. She's restarting it. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. So I was digging through my stash. I realized that I had all the flosses, but I didn't have any fabric yet. And this fabric is a hot mess. It is a 28 count ivory Lugana. Because I love the even weaves. I mean, I love all fabric. I will stitch on anything. But these are the colors. So I've got them all ready to go. A lot of it is Week Dye Works. Y'all know that's not necessarily my favorite. But it is some classic color works. And I think there's some, Gentle Arts in there as well. So it is really pretty. And it's not really coming out a whole lot. I mean, you can tell a little bit of difference between the white of this. And it's just a soft ivory. And I think it's going to look really good. I really like it. So I'll be starting that on the 1st. And I'll probably be working on it. I'm going to be taking it with me more than likely to Stitching Texas. So Stitching Texas is going to be this coming weekend. It is like the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I get to see my girls. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. And then my other project that I am starting, and I will have to put a picture up here. It is Sunshine and Sweet Tea from Pixel Pixie. And I was just telling you about that wisteria fabric that I have. And I think this pattern will be perfect for it. And it's actually kind of small, so I'm excited. And I'm going to be using Cosmo for the first time. So here's the Cosmo colors. Okay, one thing that I have definitely noticed about Cosmo is it is so much brighter than DMC. And it's so soft. It's really soft. So I'm excited to see how it stitches. I've heard a lot of people say that it is really great to stitch with. It almost feels kind of like silk, but not. I know that it is a little bit more expensive than DMC, but I'm willing to try it out, see what it's like. I did go back and forth about maybe getting the full set of Cosmo. I wasn't ready to make that investment yet. I may in the future, but right now y'all, you haven't seen the back side of this yet because I haven't even bobbinated like any of my DMC except for a couple of projects. That's it. So I am going to start working on that here very soon on trying to get some of that done so then you can see some progress on the flip side of all my DMC because, you know, right here we have, this is all my overdyes and then this will be my place for all of my DMC. And there's a lot. There's a whole lot. So for right now, I keep it turned around to the pretty side because we all want to see the pretty side, all the pretty flosses. Plus it makes it really nice when I want to look for something, I'm looking for a specific color, I can open these blinds over here when it's sunny and I can really see the colors. So it makes it super, super nice. Other than that, that's all my stitchy stuff. Yeah, we're at 30 minutes. Who am I? What the heck? I mean, it has only been a week. So now I do have 2 more things. So I did talk to you guys about doing a drawing, a gift away, if you must, that I am going to be doing, and I'm drawing today. So the key word was to use the word moon. And it is for, basically, because these are 20 yard skeins of floss, and I will definitely do not need 20 yards for this pattern. So I'm going to be splitting these in half, and I'm also going to be sending the pattern out. So I did my drawing. I tried to do it live on here. I'm not good at that. But I will show, I have a video. If anybody doubts my veracity on this, I will show them the friggin' video. Not that I really want to, but I was really tickled. So the winner was Kelly with Don't Run with Scissors 9802. Yes, I know Kelly. Yes, she is also known as His Princess Kelly, and you'll hear me talk about her a lot. You hear me, or you see on my Instagram a lot of times, damn it, Kelly. Kelly made me do it. It's all Kelly's fault. So I am really tickled that she won that. I also need to get some other stuff that I have for her. I bought her, I gotten a couple of things on her wish list for market, and some other stuff that I have, some other patterns that I've been holding up for her. So I need to get those mailed out. So Kelly, I will be getting those out to you probably in the next week or so. But yay, Kelly, I'm so excited. And hey, maybe we can do this as a sal, because I haven't started mine either. I mean, obviously I haven't even broke the floss apart, so we'll see what happens. But I think that would be awesome. So yay, congratulations, Kelly. Other than that, I do want to talk about some floss tubers that I just came across. Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole, Heidi, I got to meet her. She came on our Tuesday night sit and stitch. She was wonderful. She's like Prozac in a person. She for all our wild and crazy, she's got snark, she's got sass, but she's like calming. And it was so wonderful to get to visit with her. And I checked out her floss tube. I had actually watched one of hers before, and I didn't get a chance to finish it, and I didn't go back. So shame on me. It is what it is. And I think my camera is getting a lot of weird light because there's sun trying to come through. Anyway, I digress. Stitching Spencer, just checked out. She's great. The Cassidy Audacity and Rosie in the Rockies. So those are some new ones. And after meeting a few people on over the weekend or on Saturday from the Nash Stash, I have a feeling I'm gonna have some more on my list. So I'll let you know those as I come across them. And I did want to bring up. You guys saw the buttons that I had put up the other day from my friend Nellie. She's Purple Nellie on Instagram. She is a super sweet lady. She is in Scotland. She does amazing work. She's starting to design some cross stitch patterns, and she's on Etsy as Man-Made 455 or 445. Sorry, Man-Made 445. She's got some really cute stuff, so check her out. Give her some love. That's one of the things I love about this community is they do that. I do have one of her patterns I am going to be working on getting stitched. I've got to get it kitted up. I haven't figured out the fabric and everything that I want to do yet, but that will be coming soon. And other than that, it's time for poetry. Y'all ready for it? Because I am. I'm ready for it. I just picked a couple of the books this time, and I was just like, let's see. I definitely need some water. So my first one is Gray Matters by Kristen Costello. I love this cover. It's so pretty, and it's just the artwork on it is gorgeous. And so this one is called Small Victories. And I'm feeling this one the last few weeks. Assemble the invitations, bring out the cursive letters, and birds of North America postage stamps. Slip the envelopes into waiting mailbox mouths. Bundle the balloons, make floating bouquets. Forget rose gold, get me every color of the kaleidoscope. What are we celebrating? Why are we breaking out our finest paper plates and vanilla ice cream cake? Today I washed my face. Celebrate the small or the large victories. Some days it is all I can do to wash my face. Some days it is all I can do to get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, and put on a clean set of clothes. Other days I can conquer the world. I can kick ass, take names, and do all the things. But some days it's all I can do is the little stuff. So celebrate those small victories. The second one is Homebody from Rupi Kaur. You see, she's got like a trilogy of hers. I absolutely love those. I'm thinking about maybe doing a giveaway on these at one point in time. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Is that something you guys would be interested? Like I said, she has like a trilogy, and she's got some good stuff. Some of it is, it's strong. It's really strong. It's just fabulous. Well, here's one. I didn't even have it on here. I just flipped to it, and it was like, you lose everything when you don't love yourself and gain everything when you do. Yep, exactly. Okay, so this is the other one. I can live without romantic love, but I can't survive without the women I call friends. They know exactly what I need before I even know I need it. The way we hold space for each other is just different, and it is. So, let me hold space for you. I will. Find those people that will hold space and that know what you need before you need it, because that's what it's about. That's what all the love is about. So take it, enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed those. I am not going to ramble on and linger. I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous week. I will try to do a recap of Stitching Texas. I'll get back Sunday evening. It probably will do it sometime that next week. Other than that, I will see you in a couple of weeks for the regular FlossTube. And of course, I'm always on Instagram. I post almost every day, at least something, at least what I'm stitching, that kind of thing. So reach out to me there. Or I'm also the Snitch Stitcher 13 at gmail.com. Reach out there, Instagram, out here on YouTube with comments. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, y'all know I'm always up for it. And if you have anything, those out of context items, the crazy stuff that you hear that could be taken out of context at retreats or whatever, let me know, because I definitely want to include them. I have a long list, but I'm always looking for just the right thing at the right time. So just let me know. And as always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend a few minutes with me, listen to me ramble about something that I love. I do love cross stitch. I love stitching. I love the people that are involved with stitching. Take advantage of the virtual events if you're not comfortable with going to a retreat in person. If you do go to a retreat in person and it's your first time and you're afraid you don't know anybody, wait a few minutes. You will meet all the right people. Just do it. Just take the opportunity. But anyway, other than that, just do what makes your heart happy and keep on stitching. And I love you guys.